Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Artful Manifesting. Today's reading is about what spiritual path are you currently on? So the way to do this reading is to look at each of these cards and stones and then choose which one draws you the most and look at the description box below to find a link to that reading. So let me show you what today's cards are. The first one is the lizard. And with the lizard, we have this beautiful desert rose crystal. And the next card is hawk. And with this card, we have the carnelian stone. And the third card is the green turtle. And with this card, we have the shiitakite. So based on the stones, the animal, the colors, whatever image or card stone you are most attracted to, look in the description box below where you'll find a link to that reading. See you there. Welcome, pile number one. You chose the lizard as well as the desert rose. The lizard is all about connecting to the earth and the sun, where they draw their power from. It's about adaptability and being able to blend into your surroundings. And the desert rose traditionally was believed to have its own unique spirit and used as a protection talisman. So we will see how that relates to the rest of your reading. So let's begin by drawing some tarot cards. See what messages are revealed about your spiritual path currently. So I think this card. All right, let's see what tarot cards we have. We have the Eight of Wands, the Nine of Wands. All right, I'm already getting an idea, very interesting, because you see here we have this dragon, and lizards are like little dragons. The Two of, I've been saying wands, but they're swords. But that's okay, I'm not going to start over because I feel like maybe I said that for a reason. I channeled it. We'll see what wands have to do with all these swords. We have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Two of Swords. Very interesting. The Knight of Swords. Amazing, all of these swords. And Justice, who also has a sword. Wow. So intelligence, logic, thoughts, We'll see. Let's draw some more cards, your oracle cards, and see what other information we get. All right. Lion, higher calling. Beautiful for a spiritual reading. Cat, another cat, a lion and cat, independent, which the lizard is also about independence. Black bear, guardian. Wolf, pathfinder. And horse, freedom. All right, let me just move these down a little bit so it's a little more centered. And then I'm going to take a moment to look at these and see how they all work together to bring you a message about what spiritual journey you are currently on. Okay, pile number one. First thing I want to tell you is that you have a higher calling and a greater purpose. You have these two cards that say that, plus you have the Justice. So you see this regal person with the scale and things are balanced, the sword of truth above these other people. So no matter how things feel right now, things are going to get better, and they're going to get a lot better. So let's see how this is playing out and where you are on your spiritual journey at the moment. So if we look at all these swords, beginning with the Eight of Swords, we see somebody who's bound and blindfolded. And it looks, like they're almost caged in by these swords. Swords can be thoughts, words, communication, logic, intellect. But in this case, the thoughts, the words, the logic, or you could say illogic, right? It's interesting when we think about that word. I'd never thought about that before. Illogic, as in sick logic. So it's like the logic being turned against oneself. And for many of you, I see that this came from a betrayal. So we don't just decide to worry about things and ruminate and replay negative situations. Nobody chooses to be trapped by their own thought patterns. They happen as a means to survive something. And so what I see for many of you is that you're currently in the dark night of the soul. The good news is that you're coming out of it soon. And I'm so sorry that you're experiencing this kind of pain and suffering. And I'm so sorry that somebody may have betrayed you. For others of you, you may have done something that you feel hurt somebody else. And so you're experiencing regret, remorse, and guilt. And the suffering is just as deep, and possibly deeper than those who were hurt by someone else. We are our own worst enemies at times. So I want you to notice, though, that this sword is cutting what's binding her. And though it shows two people, this is just an aspect of yourself. So you have the power to free yourself from the illusion of these thoughts, this illogic, right? The logic playing against you, the ruminating. You have the power to free yourself. But the suffering that you've experienced has happened for a reason. You have a higher calling. And, lions are the king of the jungle, right? They are strong, they're independent, yet they do live in a pride. This card says you have within you all the courage you need. Let go of the past and reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for you and your tribe. So many times when we do experience this kind of pain and suffering, it's inflicted by those who are close to us, and in some cases even family members. Sometimes this is an echo from the past, from childhood. Even if you were betrayed in the present, that betrayal is like an energy pattern, that's being rippled out from the past. It's a wound that you didn't get to heal at the time that it happened as a child. And so it's repeating itself, giving you an opportunity to heal it in the present, which also heals it in the past. And that is happening. There is a purpose for it. You have a higher calling. In the next card, we see the 9 of Swords. So we have 8, 9. And you see this dragon, you see this person in bed with all these swords above them, right? And for many of you, you are having sleepless nights, insomnia, maybe even nightmares, or you're just feeling really stressed out. And it's a result of this dark night of the soul, or possibly this betrayal, this suffering that you've been plagued with, all of these worry and negative thoughts that you have had, maybe even some intrusive thoughts. And I want you to know that the good news is that that is clearing, because after we have the 8 and 9, the very next card, you see this person here, you see this X, and it looks like a 10, right? 8, 9, 10. That's amazing. It is the 2 of Swords, but in these Roman numerals, the X is a 10. And this is the middle card, and we see this whole shift. This is like a story that's being told by the cards, and it's all swords, which again is logic or illogic, and thoughts, communication, words. So there's a transformation that is happening, that you are letting go of the past. You're healing, but your suffering wasn't for nothing. It has a higher calling and a purpose, because you have gained knowledge. The other meaning that Swords has is knowledge, and you're gaining knowledge in the process of healing yourself and letting go of the past. And you're also not just healing yourself, but you're healing your whole family line. So after this 2 of Swords, which before we move on from it, I want to show you this moon that is almost, it's just a crescent moon. It's almost becoming a new moon, right? Because you're going to be starting a new path, a new version of yourself. What happens when the moon is new? You don't see it anymore. It's not illuminated anymore, because the earth is blocking the light. But the very next night, you see a crescent moon again, just a sliver, and then it begins to wax or grow. So you're going to you're almost out of this dark night of the soul where there's this shrinking, right? And you're going to begin the next phase where there's going to be a waxing and growing. And we see that there is this transformation from, feeling helpless, feeling trapped, to starting to fight back, right, against the demons, and then making the choice to let go of the past and now becoming the knight. So this Knight of Swords is actually you. This is you starting your new journey. And this isn't just the idea of the journey. The knight is already on the journey, already taking charge and acting. It's an active energy. So it's moving beyond the page where there's just the beginning or a thought or an idea, and it's actually taking action. So there's actually action being taken. So if you've been in a stage where maybe you've been inactive because you have been sad, which is perfectly natural in that situation, in the dark night of the soul, to take time to rest, right? We have the lions here who, they're the king of the jungle, but they also take a lot of naps, and that's okay. And then we also have the cats here. Even bears hibernate. But the Knight of Swords is very active. And so this is the new path that you're taking after this transition occurs. And so for some of you, you're already starting to come out of the dark night of the soul. And for others of you, it's going to be happening very soon. And then the last card that we have is Justice, which isn't part of the sword suit, but it does have a sword, And this is the sword of truth. So you're going to be getting to the truth of things. You're going to be returning to your true self. And because of all of this that you've experienced back here and the growth that you've gained from it, you're going to be in a place to help others, and you're going to do it with fairness. You see these scales that are balanced. You are inspired and motivated to be very fair because somebody didn't treat you fairly. And so you're going to take all of that experience that you've had in the past and use it to be this bigger person and to treat others with kindness. I heard the best thing about, because this is a communication, so strong in communication, I heard the best advice about, keeping yourself morally aligned and always being the bigger person, which is every time that you have a conversation with somebody, go into that conversation with the intention that you're going to be kind. And of course, that doesn't mean that you allow people to be unkind to you. It's just that you recognize when people act out, it's because they're experiencing their wounds and it's not really about you. And so you can be in a place of power and strength and balance, but still bring an energy of kind intention to each interaction that you have with every human being. And I see that's who you are becoming. That is your true nature. So interesting about this card, the lizard, this came from the Hawaiian Oracle deck. And in their mythology, this lizard is connected to the Pleiades. And so there's a strong message that you are remembering your true self, who you were before you incarnated in this lifetime, who your soul is, who you are to your core, that part of you that has never changed but has always been there, ever present, eternal, infinite, observing everything that you've gone through. And that's who you're realizing now. That's what you're becoming. And part of the way that you can do this is by being outside more. And if you can, soaking up sun and going outside and soaking up moonlight and looking at the stars, spending time with the rocks and all of Earth's creatures, all that Mother Nature has to offer. And doing that is going to help your healing process, but it's also going to activate within you this inner knowing and knowledge that's been just kind of there waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. And for some of you, that's already happening. You've already started to receive messages and downloads from your guides and your guardians and your angels, your ancestors. So this is something that you may feel like you're alone on this journey. And it is the kind of journey that people do feel alone. And, you know, when you have something to heal, like a broken bone, nobody else can, you know, break their bone and heal it and make your bone heal in the process. It's something that you have to do on your own. And our spiritual and emotional and mental wounds aren't any different, right? We can get advice like, don't walk on your broken leg while it's healing, or, you know, you take these vitamins or use this salve. But the healing itself, only your body can do it. Only your body can be responsible for that healing. And it's the same with our spiritual bodies, our emotional bodies, and our mental bodies. We are doing it alone, but you aren't alone. Even if you've had a betrayal in a recent relationship and that person is no longer part of your life, and you feel like, well, you actually are alone, just know that you have a tribe out there. You do have a tribe, and you're going to be finding them very soon. And you're going to play a very important role in their lives, and you're going to be able to depend on them. And it's going to make you feel wonderful, like you belong and like you're safe and secure. But for now, you may need some alone time to feel safe, and that's okay too. That's part of the process. And again, this all is going to play its part in who you are remembering that you are, who you're realizing, who you're becoming, the Justice card, and what you will do for everyone around you and yourself. It's all playing that part in that manifestation of who you are. I want to read this card to you because this also talks about who you are. Pathfinder Wolf, release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. That is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So again, it's saying, life, it doesn't mean that life's going to take it easy on you. You'll still have challenges, but you're going to be able to beat them. Okay? You're going to be stronger, and it's not going to knock you off balance anymore. And that is going to give you this amazing feeling of freedom. So we start out bound, restricted, and end up with freedom. Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. So I don't know if you remember that at the beginning of this reading, as I was laying out these cards, I was calling them wands instead of swords. And so for some of you, there is a strong message that the role that this suffering and possibly dark night of the soul has played for you is it's been a form of initiation into a greater spiritual purpose so that you are becoming a spiritual leader or somehow incorporating this emotional, spiritual, mental healing as part of the medicine that you carry with you, that you will be able to use in service for others, most likely in the form of your career, whatever that is. So there's a strong message for that, which is very positive. The other thing about lizards is they shed their skin. And so that's the other message, is you're shedding your skin, you're releasing this old version of you, you're casting off this shell, and you're becoming who you were meant to be. How beautiful. It is absolutely amazing. That is your message. I am so happy for you that you are going to rise up to this greater calling and play your part in really making the world a better place and your community the better place, whatever community that is. Please let me know how this resonates with you and where you are in your healing and journey, your spiritual path. I would love to know more, and come back to this reading in the future and let me know how you incorporate all of these experiences and healing into your life in the future. I would love to know that. Thank you so much for receiving this message. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. I am wishing you the best on this process and journey. Thank you. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. You chose this beautiful hawk card as well as the carnelian stone. So let's see how this is going to play into the rest of the cards that we get. I'm going to choose some cards from this tarot deck. Looks like that one already wants to jump out. Oh, this one. And this one. All right, let's see which tarot cards you got. Ooh, the World starting off. Very nice. Oh, give me 1 second. I want to... Okay. The World. We have to follow YouTube guidelines. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Three of Swords. And Knight of Cups. All right, I'm gonna scoot these over just a bit. Okay, let's see which of these animal cards would like to help bring a message to you. have the polar bear, mystic, and frog, prosperity. Very interesting. That is underneath this card. We have goose, inner knowing. Orca well, adventure. And personal choice. All right, very interesting. Let me take a moment to look at these cards and receive the message that they are collaboratively bringing you. And then I will share that with you. Okay, so first off, you have the World at the beginning and Knight of Cups at the end. So it's a great start and it's a great outcome. So that is wonderful. The World card is the last card in the major arcana. So while it speaks of something coming to an end or something being completed, it also means it's the beginning of the next chapter of your life. So, and in the very next card, we see the Five of Pentacles, which speaks of lack. So that means to me that you're letting go of something. It could be a relationship, but it could also mean that you're retiring or you're switching jobs, or maybe you decided to venture out on your own and be self-employed or start your own business. So it's the closing of one chapter and the beginning of another. And underneath this card, which speaks of lack, we have prosperity. So I see this change as a prosperous one. And it says, let go of the past and embrace change. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. How amazing. And we see in the very next card, the Ace of Cups. And you see the offering, the blessing, this heart with the dove flying away. This is something that you love. So it's not even going to feel like work, whatever this adventure is. And again, for some of you, I really feel like it's retirement. Like you've already done everything. You've already worked hard, you've already paid your dues, and now you're retiring and you deserve this next chapter. But for others of you, it's just a new chapter of how you work or how you create. Underneath the Ace of Cups, we have Goose, inner knowing. You are a brave traveler. Your soul knows the way. Be confident and you will achieve your destination. Loyal friends are always with you. Don't worry, you are blessed. Let yourself fly. So with that, the Orca Wells talks of adventure and attempt the great journey, manifest your travel dreams. I see that some of you may actually be traveling. So again, I keep going to retirement because I feel like a lot of people will travel in their retirement, but I know this is a general reading, so that's not going to apply to everyone. So for some of you, it may be that the job that you accept or the self-employment that you create for yourself somehow is connected to traveling. So that's going to be incorporated in it in some way, shape, or form, traveling. The Three of Hearts tells me two different things. One is some of you could be leaving a relationship, and that's the lack and the letting go of one chapter of your life and starting anew. But the good news is that your heart is on the mend. You're receiving this blessing of love and starting this new adventure. Now, as it is a general reading, not everybody is separating from a romantic partner. For others of you, what this card says is that you are a compassionate person and that you are a catalyst, or you're a catalyst for helping other people heal their pain and suffering, their heartbreak. You are very comforting to other people. You have a good heart that's very nurturing towards others, and you really care deeply about other people's pain, and you have an effect of lightening that in a way that doesn't drain your own energy and elevates. You're that person that walks into the room and everybody feels uplifted. And if you don't feel like you're that person, you will be that person soon as you start this new chapter in your life. This first card says, know that challenges make you stronger. Have faith when you face adversity. Take time to rest, dream, and renew your strength. Embrace your psychic abilities. You carry the shaman within. So rest is very important to you. Although you may have a lot of energy and be ready to travel, there is a message for some of you to take care of your physical needs and rest. The hawk is, according to the Hawaiian Oracle deck that it came from, it is a light being. And that's how I see you. I see you as this being of light that just, without even having to speak to people or open your mouth or be charismatic, the energy that you carry, because you've already gone through a lot and now you're at this elevated state, that energy that you carry is a light for others. And so just your presence, just you being you, is that connection to heaven, just as the hawk is connected to heaven. So what I see is whatever this new chapter of life is, it's your song, like this Orca Well adventure. It is your unique song. It's your unique you. It's your creative idea. It's your passion. It's this thing that you love, that you dream about wanting to do. Following that dream is going to expand this light, and it's going to help have the effect of elevating everybody else, raising everybody else's vibration, just by you pursuing your own passion, your own dreams. What an amazing message. I really want to know what you're doing because it seems incredible, and the energy that I feel is just so light and blissful and soulful. Your purpose is just to be you and go out in the world and share whatever your passion is, whether it's about traveling itself or you travel while you do it. That passion is just going to radiate this energy that's just going to have this positive impact on everybody around you. That's so amazing. The Knight of Cups speaks also about adventure, and it's an adventure that you love. it's, you know, pursuing something that you absolutely enjoy and feel passionate about, this next chapter of your life. And it's interesting because you have the Ace of Cups here in the center, which, you know, all of the other cups, you see this fountain, right? All of the other cups come out of the Ace of Cups. And then you have the Knight of Cups, which this is already taking that adventure. It's already gone past the start of an idea, the birth of it, the seed of it, to full bloom in the midst of that adventure. And you see this amazing landscape with a waterfall and a river and wings on his feet and on his helmet, which also make me believe that, again, there's some aspect of traveling. The horse is in movement with the raised leg, and there are little fish on his coat, which to me means abundance. So again, I don't feel that, you know, this card is speaking about scarcity that is going to happen, but it's speaking of being already established and stable and being past this, or it passing soon if you are experiencing it, because we do have the frog, prosperity, and even this card, goose, the color in it is golden, so it's like the golden goose. It's like the golden goose is beneath your passion, right? This gift. It's like the universe is saying, you earned this. You deserve the life that you love. And you living the life that you love is going to benefit everyone. It's going to help raise the vibration of the planet. And this very last card is a unique card out of this whole deck. All the other cards have animals on it, but this one has mountains. It's a landscape. So again, I just see you traveling to these beautiful lands. Maybe even being, some of you may even be a travel guide. So as crazy as that sounds, I can see that for some of you. I know not everyone, but and if you've ever dreamed of that, maybe look into it. I'll read to you what it says on the card here. It says, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. So again, personal choice to me means really you can do whatever you want. You have arrived. But the important thing is to choose exactly what you want, because that's where you're going to be happiest. And when you're happiest, that is going to have the greatest, most beneficial impact on everybody else. What an amazing, amazing reading message. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And please let me know what your plans are for your next chapter. I'd be so excited to hear what you are doing next, because it feels and sounds amazing. I'm so excited for you. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you have an amazing adventure. Bye. Hello, pile number 3, and welcome to your reading about what spiritual path you are currently on. So you chose the Great Turtle, as well as the Shukatite gem. And if you can hear some construction that just started during this last pile, so I apologize for that, but we'll see if construction, building, somehow becomes part of your message. All right, let's see what the tarot cards want to reveal. This one. What Where are you on your spiritual journey currently? Oh, I see somehow there was a card. Oh, the star. Let me just cover that so we are... I'm going to note that that was already facing up, and that's the middle card. So we'll see how that plays into the message. Very interesting. I already shuffled these cards. I'm not sure. That didn't come up in the last reading, so I'm not sure how that happened. Page of Swords. And I don't know why I flipped that one over. I just kind of did. So we'll see why these two cards came out like this. They have very similar colors. Very, very interesting. Wow. Okay. All right. We have the Three of Wands with a hawk dropping a feather. And the hawk was in the second reading. So this, if you were drawn to the second reading, you may want to watch that one as well. Remember, you can always watch more than one reading or all three, as you may be experiencing multiple things, or the readings may bring clarity to each other about the same message. Yes, Knight of Cups, that was in the third reading. So definitely see a strong message about, connected to the second reading. Sorry if I said third. This is the third reading. All right. And Knight of Wands. Very interesting. And look at these two are facing each other. Knight of Cups, Knight of Wands. Okay. Now let's see which animal cards want to help deliver this message for you today. You want to feel this one, this one, this one, and this one. All right, we have Horse, Freedom. That actually came out in the first message. Personal Choice came out in the second message. Wow, I feel like everybody needs to maybe listen to this reading. Tiger, Fire. Loon, Intuitive. Penguin, Authentic. All right, let me take a moment to receive what these cards are telling me, and then I will relay that to you. Okay, pile number 3. This is amazing. First, let me tell you about this stone. Somebody just recently gave me the stone. I had never seen one of these before. It's called Shatakite. Shatakite, I think is actually how you say it. And one of the things that it does is it attracts higher knowledge when you meditate or journal with it. And it also increases or amplifies your psychic abilities, your telepathy, and your divine wisdom. It's connected to the third eye and the crown chakra. And that's what this whole reading is about, is where you are in your spiritual journey right now is your third eye and your crown chakra are leveling up. They are opening wider. They are receiving more. You are seeing more. Your intuition and psychic abilities are increasing at this time. You are an intuitive. And if you haven't recognized that before, that's actually part of this reading too. I'm going to tell you why. But first, let me show you that you start with the Three of Wands and you end with the Knight of Wands. And we see the Three of Wands, he's released this bird. I thought it was a hawk, but I still think that you might be interested in pile number 2. It's actually a falcon. And so this person right here is using the falcon to hunt. And falcons have this amazing ability, this amazing sight, and this amazing ability to focus in on what they need, what they're looking for, what they're hunting. And so this is the focus that you are developing right now, in addition to your crown chakra and your third eye chakra opening wider. You're also increasing your ability to focus on things. Now, one thing that you need is freedom. You need to feel free to make your own choices. And I feel like for many of you, this is already happening. You already recognize your uniqueness. And maybe some of you are already expressing it. If you're not expressing it, you will be soon. So let me read this card to you. Horse, freedom. Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserve of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. How amazing is that? So you have a greater purpose, right? And this is similar to reading number 2 because the message is talking about you following your uniqueness. And in doing that, you're going to fulfill this greater purpose because other people are going to see that and it's going to inspire them and impact them in a magical way. Next, you have the Knight of Cups. So he is starting an adventure, traveling, an adventure, pursuing what he loves. So for you, this is, again, expressing yourself in your own unique way so that you feel safe and comfortable within that. You know, underneath it, we have personal choice. And this is about what you need to reach your full potential and be the best version of yourself is to pursue your passion, your self-expression, your your individuality. And if you do that, you're going to shine. You're going to be the star. What's interesting about this star is this is the after tarot. So it's different than the original Rider-Waite deck. In the original deck, she's pouring water into this pool and pouring water on the ground. And she has 1 foot in the pool, 1 foot on the ground. Here, you see she's pouring it all in herself and she's in the water. So what that means to me is you are in the spiritual part of your journey where you are learning to love yourself. Either you've really started to embrace your own individuality or you're about to. You're really learning to love yourself and see the shining star that you are. And once you realize that, other people are going to see your shine as well. There's nothing more attractive than confidence, right? So that is amazing. Underneath, we have tiger, fire. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. So again, we have this message about you being unstoppable when you follow your passion, because that is your power. And then next we have intuitive. Listen to the song of your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. And so for some of you, what's happening is your logic is getting in the way. All right, we notice that the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, right? These two suits, they're on horses. These are knights. The page serves the knight. If these two were to get in the battle, the knight is going to win, okay? The Knight of Cups is your heart, what you love. The Knight of Wands is action and passion. The Page of Swords is logic, right? So sometimes our logic gets in the way of our intuition. And what's happening as your throat chakra, maybe your throat chakra as well, since I said that. I didn't mean to say that, but maybe for some of you it is your throat chakra, and the sword certainly is communication, so there could be an imbalance there. But what the rest of the message that's coming in is saying is that your crown chakra and your third eye are opening, but we need it to connect also to your heart chakra. And so that's what this is these two are going to come together and connect, right? And the only thing that's blocking it is this logic, right? The head is kind of in the way of that crown and heart. But that is going to be going away. You're going to, care less about what other people think and embrace your uniqueness more. And that is going to make you be this shining star. That's going to make you the victorious knight. So we see these two facing off, and your intuition is now at a place where it's developing and blossoming to the point that you can trust that much more than your logic. You needed your logic for a while. It kept you safe. And of course, we're not saying to throw logic, caution to the wind. But sometimes, what happens is we do something, and then, our first instinct is one thing, right? But then we kind of logic our way away from that instinct, and we think, okay, you know what? This seems like what I should do, right? And then later on, we have this knowing and understanding and feeling that really our first impulse was correct, right? How many times have you said, oh, I knew I should have done this thing and I didn't listen to my gut? So your gut, that is your instinct. And so that's what's becoming stronger, and that's what's going to prevail soon if it isn't already happening. And I think it is happening for some of you already. This last card, Penguin, authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. That is the last message. Just be yourself. So you're coming to the realization that the best thing you can be is you. Not trying to be what other people want you to be, or what you think other people want you to be. But you being you is the absolute best thing you can be, and you are becoming the best version of yourself. This card, the green turtle, speaks of returning home. You see, it's coming out of the water on the beach, and they lay their eggs on the beach. So you're coming home to yourself. You're returning to, that childlike Oh my gosh, I just saw a feather fall. I'm facing the window and I just saw a feather fall from the sky. So, what an amazing confirmation that this is going to be a beautiful experience for you. And you have guides and angels with you. And I'm reminded that this card, in addition to speaking of you returning to home and the best version of you, also mentions you being the light and connecting to heaven, which again was a message in pile number 2. So you may want to read that one if you were drawn to it. I'm not going to say it again because I know I've said it several times already, but that's there. So yes, you have this strong message of you returning to yourself, you returning to who you were in that childlike faith and innocence and belief and confidence of yourself that you once had. What an amazing message. I'm so excited for you, and I would like to hear what unique way you are expressing yourself or that you want to express yourself if you haven't already begun. And that is your message. I wish you the best on this exciting journey through your spiritual self. And if you liked this reading, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.